to this CARES lesson on identifying unfairness. Hopefully you are already in your AB partners. With your AB partners, you're going to have the opportunity to share what would you rather live without, music or without movies. Think about your response. When your teacher gives you the signal, be prepared to share your response. You can use the sentence frame, I would rather live without blank because blank. Be prepared to share with the group. People sometimes look the other way when they see an act of discrimination because they do not know how to stop it. This lesson provides you with real-world examples to help you identify peaceful ways to respond. Teachers, if you have not already shared the Pear Deck with your students, please do so now. Please ensure the Pear Deck is set to instructor pace. Here are the essential questions you will be able to answer at the conclusion of the lesson. What does it mean to be discriminated against? Why do people discriminate? And what can we do to stand up against discrimination? Pretend your teacher made the decision that everyone who is wearing blue today will not be allowed to use their phones that week in class. Discuss your answers to the following questions with a partner. In this situation, how would you feel if you were wearing blue? Do you think it's reasonable for your teacher to decide who can use their phone based on what they're wearing? What if your teacher decided that only students who were wearing green shirts could use their phone? How would you feel if you were wearing a green shirt and were allowed to use your phone when your best friend, who is wearing blue today, is not allowed to use their phone? Please take a moment and discuss these questions with your partner. Now, as a class, discuss the following. Who is being treated unfairly in this situation? These people are being discriminated against. If you were the one being discriminated against, what would you do? And what would you do if you saw a classmate being discriminated against? Now create a class definition of the word discrimination. What are some examples of different types of discrimination you have seen or heard? How was the person being discriminated against? Teachers, if you have not already done so, please distribute the handout called Don't Discriminate. Students, now you will read this article and you will learn about real-life examples of discrimination and how people stood up against it. You will also be answering the questions provided. Now you will have the opportunity to provide your reactions and thoughts to the article you just read with the class. Your teacher will provide you with an Answer Garden link where you will create a graffiti wall of reactions to what you just read. As you think about the examples of discrimination you read about, go to the Answer Garden wall and record your thoughts, feelings, or questions. More than one person may record on the wall at a time. Teachers, please be sure to share the Answer Garden link with your students. As a class, look at the answer garden and discuss the article Don't Discriminate. What are some reasons the people you read about were being discriminated against? Why else might people be discriminated against? And how did these examples of discrimination make you feel? Teachers, please make sure that you record students' ideas such as race, religion, appearance, attire, ethnicity, sexual orientation, disabilities on the board or chart paper. Standing up against discrimination. List how the people you read about safely stood up against discrimination in the scenarios. What are some other ways you could safely stand up against discrimination? Teachers, please record student ideas on the board or chart paper. As a closing activity to this lesson, you will be creating a slogan or a headline. With a partner, create a slogan or a headline to stand up against discrimination. Be ready to explain how your slogan or headline makes the point. Watch the video Stereotype PSA. As a class, discuss how are stereotypes and discrimination the same or different? And how might the stereotypes described in the video be seen as types of discrimination?
You don't know me. You don't know my story. I am not an object. I am a woman. I'm just as much of a person as you, regardless of how I dress. You don't know my story.
I don't play basketball. I listen to Stevie Wonder and the Doobie Brothers rather than Lil Wayne or Drake. I'm also an honors student who enjoys wearing his pants at his waist.
I don't know karate. I can't say your name in Chinese. I don't eat dog. I'm not good at math. And I was born in Boston, so please stop looking so surprised and then asking where my parents are from.
It is not a compliment to be told that I am beautiful for a black girl. It is a compliment when I am acknowledged for my character. I've never worn a weave, and no, I don't get relaxers. My hair is natural and healthy, not nappy. I am the quiet one in the room, far from loud and obnoxious. My personality, grace, and poise speaks volumes for me.
I'm sorry I don't speak how I'm expected to, black, whatever that means. I prefer to wear polo and Abercrombie rather than FUBU. And don't expect me to be able to dunk a basketball, ever.
I'm from Afghanistan and I'm not a terrorist. My faith, Islam, does not preach terrorism. Contrary to the common belief, Islam preaches peace and harmony. So please stop blaming Islam for the actions of a small group of terrorists. Imagine how would you feel if I blamed your faith for the actions of others.
Sometimes I feel outcasted from both the gay community and the straight community. I don't like girls, but I don't act flamboyant either. Where do I belong?
As a closing activity to this lesson, you will be creating a slogan or a headline. With a partner, create a slogan or a headline to stand up against discrimination. Be ready to explain how your slogan or headline makes the point.